Welcome to the lecture on plagiarism. What is plagiarism? According to plagiarism.org, many people think of plagiarism as copying another's work or borrowing someone else's original ideas. But terms like copying and borrowing can disguise the seriousness of the offense. According to Merriam-Webster's online dictionary, to plagiarize means to steal and pass off the ideas or words of another as one's own, to use another production without crediting the source, to commit literary theft, to present as new and original an idea or product derived from an existing source. So, in other words, plagiarism is an act of fraud. It involves both stealing someone else's work and lying about it afterwards. But can words and ideas really be stolen? Well, according to the U.S. law, the answer is yes. The expression of original ideas is considered intellectual property and is protected by copyright laws just like original inventions. Almost all forms of expression fall under copyright protection as long as they are recorded in some way, such as a book or a computer file. Here are some examples, or all of these bullet points are considered plagiarism. Turning in someone else's work as your own. Copying words or ideas for someone else without giving credit. This is with intention or not. So not providing quotation marks or not providing the citation or the author's name of where it's coming from, which leads to point number 3, failing to put a quotation and quotation marks. And this could just be phrases even, one word or 2 words. Giving incorrect information about the source of a quotation. So providing false information of where you found the information, kind of to lead someone on a wild chase to find where someone has found the information. Changing words but copying the sentence structure of a source without giving credit. So this has to do with maybe not necessarily copying words word for word, but even the structure of how you lay it out. Copying so many words or ideas from a source that it makes up the majority of your work, whether you give credit or not. You'll want to see fair use rules, but in terms of class assignments, your percentage of how much of your work is coming from somewhere else should be very little, like 30% or less, I would say. And that number shrinks, or that percentage will shrink depending on the length of the work. So for example, if you have a 1-page document, there really should be very little coming from another source. So again, copying so many words or ideas, even with correct citations and quotes, could be considered plagiarism, because if so much of the paper is not yours, it's not really yours, is it? How to prevent plagiarism. Plan your paper. Don't wait until the last moment to compose your essay, as you're more likely to make mistakes, such as improper citations or thinking that you have rewritten something in such a way that it is not plagiarism, but when really it is. Take effective notes. So when you have identified something or a source that's just great and you want to use it in one of your assignments, make sure you've put quotation marks around words, phrases, sentence that are not yours and give due credit. When in doubt, cite the source. Even with paraphrasing, you are supposed to cite the author or the resource of where the information is coming from. And whenever you're in doubt, ask your instructor. They're there to help. That's why we're here. And that completes our lecture on plagiarism.